Trump. Why we reject U.S. threat on Nigeria, China.
Yes. So this issue has taken another unexpected dimension, and I'm glad it's coming from the Chinese, because there must be balance in the world. Let's put our sentiments aside. Even Trump's language in the tweet, that it was disrespectful to us as a people, no matter what side we are on, and somebody has to stop this bully. It's not just Nigeria, okay? It's not that he wants to stamp his authority all over the world, and it must be put in perspective. Now, this has nothing to do with the subject matter that he raised. That's another issue. Now I'm looking at it from a solely diplomatic angle. The Chinese said yesterday that they do not support what Trump is saying and what he's about or threatens to do. It says that as a comprehensive strategic partner of Nigeria, China firmly supports the Nigerian government in leading its people on a development path that fits Nigeria's national realities. I mean, there are other ways by which you can skin it, but of course, I don't believe that. I don't believe what he has said is the reason, so I'm not going to go there. But the Chinese say that we oppose any country's interference in other countries' internal affairs under the pretext of religion and human rights. We oppose the wanton threat of sanctions and the use of force. This is credited to the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman, Mr. Mao. Okay? And incidentally, two members of the U.S. Congress have condemned Trump's recent threat to cut off aid and launch military action against Nigeria. Mix, a ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and Ms. Jacobs, ranking member of the Africa Subcommittee, described the comments as irresponsible and reckless. And again, go take it, like Captain Blade yesterday, take the sentiments, whatever, out and read that text again. Don't forget that Trump had called us one time a shit country, or what do you call it?
A shithole country.
A shithole country, And it says that the Trump administration's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern ignores the complex reality of violence there. Clashes between farmers are many, but not all of whom are Christian, and others are driven by resource scarcity and the land competition, not religion alone. And they noted that terrorist groups had killed both Christians and Muslims across the country, particularly in the predominantly Muslim north, which continues to face violent attack by criminal gangs, commonly referred to as bandits. All Nigerians deserve protection, and we know President Tinubu recognizes the importance of interfaith harmony and is working to address this challenge. I guess this has come up from Nigeria supporters. Now, the question I've been asking myself since I heard this was, did we call on the Chinese? The Chinese are very strategic partners in Nigeria. They are dominant in a lot of areas now where America used to tread. And in the minerals area, I think they are also predominant. So I don't know whether it was the government that called on them or they took the initiative by themselves. But I think that there's concern, because even the EU we had now criticize Trump. I think the world is beginning to see a need to stop Trump's in his tracks. Let me repeat for the umpteenth time that, of course, we know that Christians are being persecuted. That is not the issue. The issue has now been blown into a full diplomatic affair, and it brings some balance. Yesterday, the federal government continued to bring out explanations and saying there is no genocide and that it's religious extremists who are behind the narrative out to divide the country. So that's the latest. That's the latest that we have there. Yesterday, the Godswill Akpabio said that at the Senate, Godswill Akpabio said that they would rather discuss with the executive. And I think his use of that discretion is quite commendable, because only God knows what would have happened if senators got up to
start talking about
it. It would have gone virtually out of control. And I think for once, one should give Akpabio some credit for maturity to say that, look, they will dialogue with government. And so that is that. Remember that it only takes one sentence for somebody, one wrong sentence like this, and the whole thing will scatter. And we want to keep Nigeria as peaceful as possible. I am hoping that this will be a wake-up call, and those concerned will make sure that we have these experiences at the barest minimum. I'm hoping that is what is going to happen. Locally here, Southern and Middle Belt leaders also rejected U.S. military invasion. They are not. You see, people are not rejecting. They are not saying that there are no skirmishes or whatever, or killings of Christians. What we are saying is that to invade our country, we know the beginning, but we don't know where it will end.
Right.
And to be honest with you, the devastation will go across the board. Across the board. Because it is not, because I don't believe that is the reason why all this wants to happen. So that is what we have so far.
Let's move on to our next story. Page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. DSS dismisses 115 personnel.
Well, the DSS doing this in one fell swoop is worrying, because not only did they dismiss these people, they published their photographs and names, which means that something has gone wrong somewhere. We don't know whether it's a security issue. We don't know whether it's a corruption issue. We don't know what issue it is. But what I know is that in dismissing them and then publishing their photographs and names, or at least making their photographs and names available, shows that
on their website.
Shows that there is a problem somewhere. But they say it is as part of ongoing reforms. The public is hereby informed that 115 have been dismissed over, not retired, dismissed.
Dismissed, yes.
So that means that there's some element of cleansing going on. I wish we could have, after all, they're already dismissed, I wish we could have the full details as to what they could have done and whether it's going to end with dismissal or they are going to have their day in court if